Hello there, everybody. This is a presentation of replay games, the baseball game replay games, replay baseball by replay games. And what I've done so far is I've played the first 8 innings of a game from 1975 between the Boston Red Sox and the Baltimore Orioles. This is a game from April 11th, 1975, very early on. But I want to show not only the board game but the PC game, because I also have the 1975 season on PC, and I want to show what you can do if you have the card set and the computer version together, how they interact and how you can use the PC version to help keep score on the game and help accumulate stats and so forth. And it also gives you the ratings on the screen, so you're not fumbling through the player cards and you don't have to take the time to fill in the score sheet with those ratings. It's just a matter of using the computer screen. So as we switch over to here to the computer screen, you can see I've got this up. Picture Memorial Stadium there. Top of the ninth, tied at 3. 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Boston. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox. On the mound in relief is Jesse Jefferson, and Jim Rice is going to be the hitter. And I've got that set up here as well. You can see Jim Rice is the hitter. Jesse Jefferson is the relief pitcher. So, and I've got over here what I've played so far, 3-3. It was 3-2 Red Sox, but Andy Etchebarren hit a home run in the bottom of the 8th, solo shot that chased Rick Wise, and now Diego Segui is on in relief. He got out of the 8th, and now we're ready to start the 9th. It'll be Jim Rice, Rick Burleson, and Doug Griffin, unless we decide to use a pinch hitter. And I'm trying to be fair to both teams, so we'll see how that goes. And the bullpens are also up and running. Grant Jackson for the Orioles, a left-hander, and Dick Drago for the Red Sox, a right-hander. All right, so without further ado, we'll get on with the top of the 9th. And coming up is Jim Rice, and we'll get the roll and see what happens. And the roll is 5-3-5. 5-3-5. Coming over to Rice's card, 5-3 is a number 3. And on Jesse Jefferson, 5-5 is the number 5. That is a total of 8 on column 5. So in the book, 8 on column 5 is a walk. Column 5 is a walk. So, Jim Rice leads off with a walk. And if we go up to the screen here, direct entry, this is what I love about this PC game, is the direct entry screen. I can go in and put walk. Click BB. It registers the walk, puts Jim Rice on first base. And now we have Rick Burleson at the plate. Could be a time for a sacrifice. We shall see. Okay, if we're thinking about sacrifice bunts, first we have to look at the bunt rating for Rick Burleson. It shows him as a bunt rating of 1. So we come over to the chart here, the bunt play chart. Rating of 1. The defense, of course, is going to be in at the corners expecting bunt. So we're going to use that in column, which is the one on the far left here, and roll the 2 D6s to see what the result is. So we're going to roll 2 D6s, and we'll roll those right here on the chart, and we roll a 5. So coming over here, it says sacrifice, so it looks like he did it correctly. So we go over to the chart, and sacrifice simply says batter out at first, runner advances. Now, it does not say who fielded the ball. Oh, my mistake. I should have rolled the blue die to figure out who fielded it, so I'll do that now. And the blue die says it's a 6, which means the catcher fielded it. So, that was my bad. So, in that play, it was a sacrifice hit 2-3 for Rick Burleson. He gets the job done. Rice moves over to second base. So on the score sheet, sacrifice 2-3, and the 8 dot there at the second base position says that Rice made it to second based on the number 8 hitter Rick Burleson and what he did, which was the sacrifice bunt. So up on the game screen, the PC game screen, we do sacrifice hit to the catcher, number 2, and that takes that into play. It moves Rice up to second, and now we have Doug Griffin at the plate. So Doug Griffin is up, but we also have the option of pinch hitting. Since Griffin is the number 9 hitter, he mainly started because Cuellar was a lefty. So we have a good pinch hitters here. We have Fred Lynn, we have Cecil Cooper, we've got Bernie Carbo. But given the pinch hit magic of Bernie Carbo, I'm going to go ahead and go with Carbo. So what we're going to do is pinch hit with Carbo. So on the score sheet, Carbo is the pinch hitter. And on the computer screen, what we're going to do is click on Griffin right here, put the cursor right here, click on him. That brings up the substitution screen. And we're going to pick Bernie Carbo and hits pinch hit. And now that brings Bernie Carbo into the game. So Carbo, a much better hitter than Doug Griffin. And we'll see what he indeed does on this roll. Runner Rice on second with 1 out. And the roll is a 5-2-5. So Carbo is 5 column, number 2 is a 1. Jesse Jefferson's 5 column, number 5 is a 5. So that is 6 in column 5. 6 in column 5 is a walk. So Carbo pinch hits and draws a walk. So we'll go up here to the computer screen, click on the BB, and that gets you the walk. Now that brings up the top of the order and Juan Beniquez. So Beniquez is up. Beniquez still facing Jesse Jefferson. All right. 2 on, 1 out, and let's see what the roll is. We get a 6-1-4. So on Beniquez, 6-1 is a 31. Jefferson, a 4 is a 2. So that is a total of 33 in column 6. 33 in column 6 is a pop out to the second baseman. So Beniquez fails in his opportunity to advance the runner. Come up here to the computer screen. P for pop out and 4 for second base. That now shows 2 outs, and the next batter is Dwight Evans. So Dewey Evans steps up, clutch situation, 2 on, 2 outs, and we'll see what happens. The roll is a 3-2-4. Evans, 3-2 is 29. Jesse Jefferson, the 3-4 is a 1. That's a 30 in column 3. And if we come over, 30 in column 3 is a line out to left field. End of the inning. So, fly out to left, ends the inning. Come up here to the computer screen. Line out to left field, inning over. And now you can see Boston is in the field. Lee May is the leadoff hitter of the inning, facing Diego Segui. Okay, bottom 9, Lee May facing Diego Segui. So let's see what the roll is. It is a 1-6-1. So Lee May, a 1-6 is a 45. For Segui, a 1-1 is 2. That is a 47 in column 1. A 47 in column 1 is a strikeout. It says or come back to the pitcher, but that is with runners on base. With nobody on, it is simply a strikeout. So a strikeout for Lee May. Put a K in there, and then put a K up here. That'll bring up the next batter, Bobby Grich. So Bobby Grich is up. 1 out, base is empty. His roll is going to be all 1s. Look at that, 1-1-1. All right, Grich 1-1 on Gritch is a 30. 1-1 on Sagi is a 2, so that is a 32 in column 1, which is a base on balls. So a walk to Gritch, and then we come up to the computer screen, click on BB, that keeps it going there. Now you see Gritch on second base with Don Baylor coming up. Baylor homered earlier in the 4th inning, so we'll see what he can do here with 1 on and 1 out. The roll is a 3-2-6. So Baylor, 3-2 is an 11. 3-6 on Sagi is a 4. That is a 15 in column 3. And a 15 in column 3 is a line out to the second baseman. L4. Computer screen. L4. Now there are 2 outs. And coming up is Brooks Robinson. So 2 outs, 1 on for Brooksy. So let's see what Brooksy does here. The all-important roll. We roll a 2-5-3. 2-5 is a 16. Sagi, a 2-3 is 2. So it is an 18 in column 2. And 18 in column 2 is a fly to center. So we've got extra innings on the fly ball to center, fly 8. All right, so that's 9 complete, but you see now we are in the 10th. Okay, welcome back. I have made some pitching changes. Going to the top of the 10th, reliever Grant Jackson has replaced Jesse Jefferson, primarily because Jesse Jefferson's already pitched an inning in 2/3, so he's done his job, and Grant Jackson is one of the better relief pitchers the Orioles had that year. The other reason is the leadoff hitter is Carl Yastrzemski, a left-hander, so I thought that would be a prudent move to make that change. So Grant Jackson will start things off against Carl Yastrzemski. You see that, Grant Jackson and Carl Yastrzemski. So, and also on the score sheet, see the little box there that I put around the last batter faced by Jefferson to denote that Grant Jackson's now in the ballgame. All right, we're going to roll. Carl Yastrzemski's at bat against Grant Jackson. And we roll a 3-2-1. On Yastrzemski, a 3-2 is a 2. So we're going to go to the ballpark chart in column 2. See the column 2 there. We're going to re-roll the white die and get a new number. And what we roll, if I can keep it on the table correctly, is a 6. So on the ballpark chart, a 6 is a 3. A 3 now replaces the 2. So that's now a 3 in column 3. And the blue die was a 1. So Grant Jackson's 1 column in number 3 is a 1. So that is a 3 and a 1. That's a 4 in column 3. And a 4 in column 3 is a short fly to right field. So Yastrzemski will fly out to right field. Fly ball, 9, and there's 1 away. Next up is Tony C. Tony Conigliaro. And he will stay in the game as a left-handed pitcher is pitching, so we're not going to pinch hit because all the good pinch hitters are left-handed. So Tony C. facing Grant Jackson. And we roll a 1-2-5. So Tony C., a 1-2 is a 2. Grant Jackson, a 1-5 is a 1. For a total of 3 in column 1. And veteran replay baseball players know column 1, number 3 is a strikeout. So Conigliaro out on strikes with a K with a second out, and that brings up Rico Petrocelli. So Rico is on with 2 outs and the base is empty. facing Grant Jackson. So let's see what the roll is. We get a 2-6-3. All right. 2-6 is the ballpark card again. This time under column 6. I'm sorry, column 2 still. Take that back. And we're going to roll one die to get a new raised number. The raised number currently is 3, but that could change based on what we roll here for the ballpark. So the roll is a 2. So coming over here, a 2 is now a 1. So the raised number is a 1. And the 3 that was rolled in blue denotes that it is the center fielder. So we're looking for the center fielder for the Orioles to have a better than a 1 rating. And if we look up top here on the computer, we see that Paul Blair actually has a 5 rating for his arm, actually, or is that 5 for his arm, 4 for his range. So either way, it's above a 1. So you know he makes the play. And Petrocelli flies to center, denoted on the score sheet and also on the computer screen. Fly 8. And that's the end of the top of the 10th. We go to the bottom of the 10th. Andy Etchebarren, who was the hero of the bottom of the 8th with his home run last time up, will start things off. Diego Segui had pitched the last inning in 2/3 for the Red Sox, but we're going to make a pitching change and bring in a new pitcher. And we're going to bring in Dick Drago. So Dick Drago is going to be the new pitcher, Dick Drago. So we will put Drago into the ball game. Go up to the screen here, and we'll click on for substitution. Click on Segui. Go over here, click on Drago, and hit sub, and all of a sudden Drago's in the game. And again on the score sheet, we see that Drago has been entered, and we see that the little box tells us that he's starting off facing Andy Etchebarren, who homered last time. So we'll see if Etchebarren can do it again. Bottom of the 10th, leading things off. And the roll is a 4-5-4. So Etchebarren, that means we're in the fielding chart on the roll of 4. So Etchebarren on a 4-5 is 18, and a 4-4 for Drago is the shortstop. Shortstop Burleson is a 1 rated, as we can see right there. He's a 1. So a 1 added to Andy Etchebarren's roll, which was 18, is a 19 in column 4. So a 19 in column 4, 19 is a ground out to first. So Etchebarren is out 6-3. So Etchebarren is out 6-3. That'll bring up Mark Belanger. And the Orioles now at this point may be looking for some offense. So let's check out the pinch hitters that are available. We'll click on the pinch hitters, and we see we have Northrop, we have Bumry. Those are 2 left-handed hitters, as well as Hendricks. But he's your backup catcher, so you don't want to use him. Although I do have Duncan as well. So I think the prudent move will be to use Jim Northrop. So we're going to bring Jim Northrop into the ball game. Take Belanger out. Bring Northrop in. So now Northrop replaces Belanger. So we come to the score sheet. Northrop. Pinch hit here in the 10th. So he's pinch hitting in the 10th. And I draw a little bold line there to signify that. So Northrop is up facing Dick Drago. And the roll is 5-1-3. Northrop, a 5. 1 is 4. Drago, a 5-3 is 3. That's a 7 in column 5. And a 7 in column 5 is a walk. So Northrop, pinch hit walk, much like Carbo had a pinch hit walk when he was pinch hitting. So there's a walk coming up. There we go. Alrighty, that'll bring up the top of the order and Ken Singleton with 1 on and 1 out. Ken Singleton against Dick Drago. And the roll is 2-6-2. Singleton 2-6, and we're back to the ballpark card again. The Rays number on there right now is a 2, but let's see what the roll is here, and the roll is a 5. So the 5 now changes the 2 to a 3. The Rays number is now a 3, and the fielder, based on the blue die, which is a 2, 2 says that the fielder is the left fielder, and the Rays number was a 3, so the left fielder has to have a 4, 5, or 6 range rating in order to catch this ball. Jim Rice, if we go up here, Jim Rice, you can see, has a 4 rating, so that means he did catch the ball. So it's a fly ball to left field, and that'll be 2 outs. So come up to the score sheet, and we get a fly to left. Get over there, left, there we go. 2 outs, and Paul Blair. So Paul Blair, we'll get to see what he can do with all 3s, 3-3-3. So Blair, 3-3 is 14. Drago, 3-3 is 2. That's a 16 in column 3. Column 3, 16 is a triple to right center field. Ball game over. Paul Blair wins it with an RBI triple, 2-out triple, off of Dick Drago. You see the run scored based on the second hitter, and there's the triple. So we go up here to the main screen, click on triple, and we can see that the ball game is now over. So the Orioles win it by a score of 4-3. Baltimore is now 1-1. Boston is now 2-1. Grant Jackson the winner. Dick Drago the loser. Lee May the MVP because of his home run early on, although you could have made a case for Blair since he had the game winner. But now we can go over here and pull up the box score. And if you see the box score here, you see 4-3 in 10 innings. And then you can come over here, and of course it tabulates all the stats for you. It also helps you double check your own personal score sheet as far as putouts, assists, at-bats, hits, things like that. So I really do enjoy the replay baseball games. I enjoy the card game, but I also enjoy the PC game. And when I can put those two together, it's like someone said earlier in another post, it's like the peanut butter and jelly or Reese's peanut butter cup of experiences. You get the chocolate of the PC game, but the solid peanut butter of the board game. So to put those together, I think is fantastic. It's the only card season I have is the 75 season. I might get another one down the road, but for right now, I enjoy doing both of these. I enjoy the PC games also, and since I have the booklet and all the accoutrements of the board game with me, I can go to a computer screen game, PC game for like the 84 season or the 2014 season, and I can roll those manually and do manual entry into the computer as well, even though I don't have the cards because they'll be on the screen. So anyway, that's a look at my take on replay baseball and how you can incorporate the board game to go along with the PC game. I think they work very well together. I wasn't sure, but that's why I bought the 75 PC game, the last sale that they had. It's because I wanted to try this. I just had the 75 without the PC game, so it was a little bit of a task to accumulate stats, and this certainly makes it worthwhile. I also use the PC replay game for my other games. When I want to play Strat, I have the Strat 2014 season, which I'm working on right now, and I use the PC replay game, or this replay baseball game, because of the manual entry. I can manually enter my results from my Stratomatic game into this, and it accumulates all my stats for me. Conversely, I can also do the same thing if I had other games, such as History Maker Baseball or Payoff Pitch Baseball, some of the other games that I do play on the board games. I could do that. My favorite baseball season to replay of all time is 1977, since I was 12 years old, and that was in the, to use a payoff pitch baseball term, that was in the wheelhouse of my baseball childhood experience. So remember that season very well. And so if Replay Baseball ever comes out with a 77 season, I will jump all over it, cards and PC. But until that time, I use this to play the 75 season PC and cards. And then I also have the 2014, the 1975 that we just played, the 1969, and the 1984, since I'm a Padre fan, and the 1967, just because I like that season. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that, and I'll try to do some more if I can get some better equipment. And as I get more practice at this, I'm still fairly new at this, but I do want to share my experiences and hopefully encourage others to unite the board game and the PC game. If you don't have the PC game, I strongly urge you to get it. If you have the PC game but don't have any of the card sets, if it's financially feasible, I would encourage you to invest in one of the card sets just to try it, away from the PC game, and then also marrying with the PC game. Thanks for watching, and I'll try to do something down the road.